could you please talk us about your technology and about...
So we're building this technology. It's available now on Azure. It's called FarmBeats. We've been building this platform. It started out of Microsoft Research, and it was essentially a project to figure out how we can make precision agriculture really simple for people to use. So we now commercialize this offering, and it's available starting Monday, with the public preview being announced at Ignite, where you can actually go to Azure Marketplace, download the application. What we're essentially doing is giving the ability to people to bring together all kinds of data from different sources into one single place. So whether it's IoT sensors that are in the field, whether it's satellite data or data from drones or robots that you see here, and bringing it, or from farm equipment data, and bringing it all together so that you can visualize it in the context of a farm and be able to then build any kind of solutions on it, whether build AI machine learning models on it. Because one of the biggest challenges with people is that that agriculture industry faces, that there are no common standards, there are no common way to bring data in. And we are doing that partnership with multiple providers. And so for example, if you see sensors here from a company called Davis, or you see another company called Terralytic, or you have different kinds of drones from DJI or SenseFly, we do the integration effort, and so that anybody else, let's say you have a drone company, you can follow the same documentation and also integrate your data from your drones into FarmBeats, so that when a customer buys your drone, they will be seamlessly able to bring that data into FarmBeats and then be able to build any kind of visualization or application on top of it.
And behind the FarmBeats, it's Azure Data Lake?
It uses Cosmos DB data store, and it essentially runs on top of, it's within your Azure subscription.
Cosmos DB, we just had a discussion about Cosmos DB.
Yes, we had podcast about Cosmos DB.
Guys, I need to a bit move the camera.
Sure.
This morning, so it is very actual, and yesterday we had also meeting with Cosmos DB team about Cosmos DB and IoT. So probably you can share some experience.
Yeah, so I wouldn't be the right person. You'd actually need to talk to some of the developers to have that conversation, but you should. The idea is that we use existing set of resources on, so we're using different sets of technologies on Azure. So you Azure IoT, TSI, time series insights, different kinds of resources. So when you install FarmBeats, it actually spins off a bunch of resources of Azure and sets them up and configures them and makes them available for you in your Azure subscription. So you don't have to do any of the heavy lifting work. And then you're able to seamlessly bring data from all of these sources. So for example, we have done all the work to bring data from Sentinel-2, which is the European Space Agency's satellite. So when you define your farm, it will go to Sentinel, pick up that satellite imagery, also compute standard indices like NDWI, EVI, which are standard indices that you use to understand the greenness level of a farm that typically the agriculture industry uses. So all of that, I think of it like you have building blocks already available as part of FarmBeats on Azure, so that if you want to build an agriculture solution, you can build it much faster than otherwise. Otherwise, you'll have to go find agriculture data, satellite data, sensor data. Like if you bring a sensor like this, you just buy the sensor from Davis, put it in your farm field, and when you're setting it up, just point it to your Azure FarmBeats instance, and the data would seamlessly move inside your.
Yeah, and your solution integrates all
of
pieces
these
in one reliable solution.
And we have also making a technique available which is called a data fusion technique, where you can use limited amounts of ground data and use that to calibrate satellite data. So you don't have to put so many sensors and so many things which are expensive on the field. So use less number of sensors and calibrate satellite data, and then you can create very high quality precision maps. You can create a soil moisture map, a nitrogen map, a potassium map, and then that could be used to automate farm equipment or any other kind of input that you want to put in.
Because we have also one podcast, it's about Azure usage in Industry 4.0.
Sure.
And this is a pretty good example of 4.0
Yes,
industry.
yeah. This is one of the first industry offerings that Microsoft is putting out there, so that it makes it easy for people to build industry solutions, especially for agriculture. And so we are very, very excited that we've just been able to bring it to market, and we are happy that there are a lot of customers who are already asking a lot about it, and people have started downloading it and using it as well.
In which regions are your main customers?
All over the world actually, because you'll see them in the US, in Europe, and pretty much wherever Azure is used, and that's pretty much all over the world. But agriculture is one thing that, there's no part of the world that agriculture is not a part of, right? So pretty much everywhere.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.